Time to get your groove on. Friday Football Focus is charging straight ahead. Tonight, the Knights of St. Joe look to conquer Santa Barbara. The Pirates dominated San Luis Obispo in Week 0. Now would San Ynez make Carp walk the plank? Ventura opened the season on the defensive. Tonight, the Cougars trying to defuse the Agora Chargers attack. And these Cardinals soar on the ground. Santa Fe Christian was in danger of being run over by Bishop Diego. So drop on in and you'll find out. Friday Football Focus shreds.
Hi, I'm Lakey Peterson. I'm a professional surfer, and you're watching Friday Football Focus.
Now, from the bleachers to the end zones, gridirons up and down the coast. Mike Clan, Joey Butita, and the largest sports team on local television. Live, Friday Football Focus.
Welcome to Friday Football Focus. I'm Mike Clan, joined tonight by Senere de los Santos, Joey Butita, and Lost Wages, Las Vegas.
And you know what this means, right? I have to find someone to dance us off, and I heard you have a pretty nasty two-step, so we'll have to see that a little later, right?
Oh, my
well, we have some great action tonight. Highlights from St. Bonaventure's game in Long Beach all the way to San Luis Obispo County.
Yeah, but we're going to kick off the show in Santa Barbara, where the Dons had a big-time challenge. The Knights of St. Joseph in town. They looked so good last week at home. First possession of the game, St. Joe's punter, Slade Hooper, he needed to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just a bit high, and Santa Barbara in great shape at the 4-yard line. Next play, Junior Garcia bangs it across, 7-0 Dons. Less than a minute and a half in the game. Only one more excited than Junior is his dad. Yeah, Victor Garcia. Been talking football with Victor for a long time. Great guy. But a minute later, St. Joe strikes. Blake Jacobs to Joe Guzman. Oh, missed tackles will kill you. Catch and carry goes 50 yards for the touchdown. We're tied up at 7. Oh, St. Joe, so many issues punting. They had a subscription going on. Look at that. They do punt it, but it's Mikey Sandoval. And Mikey Sandoval deep into St. Joe territory, but the Dons, they missed the field goal, so it was tied up at 7 after 1 quarter. Mid-second quarter. Oh, Joe Guzman. It's the Joe Show. What a punt return here. Slips about 6 tackles. And number 1 having all kinds of fun. 55 yards for the touchdown. St. Joe's up 14-7. Now, last week we showed you Chris Barganier make some great catches for just St. Joe's. Oh, he can also play some defense. He introduces himself to Daniel Vallon. Ouch.
Yeah.
This was a good game. St. Joe's would win it, though. 28-21 as the Knights start off 2-0. St. Joe's, big one next week. They're going to host a Royal Grande next Friday. It should be a good one. Santa Barbara travels south. They're at Channel Island. Senere?
Well, after beating a Royal Grande last week, now Lompoc trying to beat AG's neighborhood tonight. That would be Nipomo on a Friday Football Focus. Dave Alley was at the game. He joins us live in the studio. Dave, what happened?
Well, that's right. I'm here. I'm actually in a very quiet Titan Stadium right now on the campus of Nipomo High School. Certainly wasn't quiet a couple of hours ago. It was a game that many people here, everyone here will certainly not forget anytime soon. You know, I bet you could bet that Nipomo certainly had this game circled on their calendar for months now, and it wasn't just because it was their home opener. You see, last time when these two teams met last November, well, Lompoc not only wrapped up the Los Padres League Championship that night, they did so by beating the Titans 80-28. That's right, 80 points they hung on the Titans that night. So with that game probably still very fresh in the minds of the Titans, you can certainly believe they had a little bit of a revenge on their minds tonight. These two teams meeting for the 11th time overall. Lompoc came in having won 8 of the previous 10 matchups. None would be like this, however. Let's start in the third quarter. Absolute wild second half. It was 14-6 Lompoc at the break. Early third quarter, Chris Green gets the ball up the middle, fighting for yardage, goes across the goal line. Touchdown Lompoc, 7-yard score. Put the Braves up 20-6. Back comes Nipomo. Next possession, Matt Albright, senior quarterback star. Downfield goes to Luke Nicholson. That's a 36-yard touchdown. And Andrew Jones and the Braves, they knew they had a game on their hands tonight. First play of the fourth quarter, Nipomo back into the end zone. It's Chris Owens on the handoff scoring. PAT no good. Lompoc still with the lead, 20-19. Next possession, Braves They score. Torrey Sims, their quarterback, going in. Great run there, 27-19. Nipomo not done yet, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's Albright laying it out to Nick Kimball. Referees say, yes, it's a catch. Nipomo scores. They would go for 2. It would be good. 27-27 was your score. That's how it would end in regulation. We go into overtime. Unbelievable contest. First play from overtime at the 25. Albright to Kimball. Another touchdown. Nipomo scores again. PAT good. Up 34-27. Lompoc gets the ball back. They drive right down the field at the 1-inch line. It's Sims plunging it in. They would eventually say a touchdown. Lompoc down a point. Jones goes for 2 and the win. It's Sims, calls his own number into the end zone, and that's how this one ends in an absolute thriller. One of the best high school games you'll ever see. Lompoc pulls it out 35-34. Yeah, it doesn't really get much better than that. What an unbelievable contest. Great call there by Coach Andrew Jones as well, going for 2 and the win. Lompoc, by the way, goes 2-0. They've got Nordhoff on the road next week. Nipomo try and rebound after a heartbreaking loss tonight. They go to 1-1. They've got Carpinteria right here next Friday night. Hats off to both teams, Russ Edwards and the Titans. What a heartbreaker. They missed 2 PATs in this game. Could have won the ball game. You never like to, say that it's a moral victory, but I got to tell you, Nipomo again lost 80-28 last year against these same Braves, or the Lompoc Braves. This year, they took them right into overtime. A great contest. Unbelievable. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more games like that later on throughout the contest. Reporting live in Nipomo, Dave Alley for Friday Football Focus.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, the Dos Pueblos Chargers were beaten at home last week by Pacifica, but DP felt good about their overall performance, minus a couple of big plays. Well, tonight, the Chargers were in Lompoc to face a Cabrillo team that won a thriller last week against Santa Maria. All right, we pick it up in the first. Cabrillo's quarterback, Brett Gregory, with the keeper for a 10-yard gain. Then 3 plays later, it's Gregory again who takes it the last yard for the touchdown. They also went for 2 after this and got it. So Cabrillo is up 8-0 over DP. Then 5 minutes left in the first. Gregory goes in the air, this time to Zach Morrison, who takes it 40 yards down the field. All right, check it out. 6 plays later, Gregory throwing a bomb. I'm just going to sit back and check it out myself. It was beautiful. And I'm going to say that this one was about 30 yards into the end zone to Stephen French, who came down with the amazing grab. Now, the extra point, no good, so Cabrillo takes a 14-0 lead. Now, 3 minutes into the second, Cabrillo giving it to Anthony Mahan, who punches it across. Dos Pueblos would get on the board before the half, though. Kellen Roberts handing it off to Manny Nuusu, and he's just running over players for the TD, but Cabrillo comes out on top tonight. They beat the Chargers 34-15. Dos Pueblos host Santa Ynez next Friday, while Cabrillo is at home against Pastor Robles.
You got it. Both San Marcos and Rio Mesa were licking their wounds as both suffered lopsided losses to open the season last week, but both played very tough competition in week 0. See how this one there. Oh, nice shot by Oscar Flores getting the moon. Oh, this is not nice. If you're San Marcos, their terrific punter, Nathan Coffey, how much you can do about that? It's blocked, and Josiah King recovers it. This was scoreless after 1 quarter, so we're going to move to the second quarter. Sage Reed hands off to Henry Cortez. Cortez up the middle, 11 yards. That's the Royals' first down. Now, you might remember San Marcos' Sage Reed missed all of last year with an injury, and you can tell he's feeling pretty good. Look at him extend the play right here. Wow, scrambling, running around, ran about 40 or 50 yards. It was only for 13 yards, but great effort by Sage Reed. Wish he had this one back, though. He's going to throw it up, and Rio Mesa's Jayshawn Lee, not only the interception, but, Mr. Lee's got himself a long return. How about 74 yards as he makes his way
Those are my Spartans.
That's right, Center Ray, an alum of Rio Mesa. And she's going to like this as well. Cameron Rout. There's been a few routes at Rio Mesa over the years. 6-yard touchdown run, and it's 6-0. We finally got a touchdown in this game. The PAT, well, It's blocked by the Royals, so we went to halftime. San Marcos down 6-0. And we start up the second half. San Marcos fired up. And Reed, this is a great fake. I don't know if it was a fake or he fumbled. I think it was a fake, but boy, it was terrific. Way to go, Sage Reed, knocking on the door, and we got ourselves a touchdown. Ivan Reyes for San Marcos. This one got real interesting and wild, and San Marcos would lose in overtime by the final score of 34-27. San Marcos hits the road next Friday as they play at Pacifica of Oxnard. Rio Mesa, home to Ventura.
That'll be a good one.
Yes, the San Ynez Pirates, loaded with talent this year, especially junior Austin Vreeland, who scored 4 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, the Pirates were at home at Carpinteria, and that's where Friday Football Focus Jim Murray was at. All right, Jim, fill us in.
Well, you mentioned San Ynez and how dangerous they are offensively, but this year's Carpinteria team shouldn't be overlooked. Even though they graduated 20 players from last year's squad, Warriors coach Ben Halleck always seems to be able to reload his roster with players willing to work hard. San Ynez up early. They were ready. They were getting ready with this pretty intense, this is our house thing going on. Warriors routed the Pirates last year. Obviously, Carp, though, very different roster this year and a disastrous way to start. First play from scrimmage, Rashawn Moore of Carpinteria went down with a major leg injury. Thoughts go out to him. Standing ovation from the crowd. We'll keep you updated on his condition. His teammates, though, they seem motivated after the injury. Oscar Garcia, he's only 5'7", but he was flying all over the field. Big run there on the doorstep. Garcia, again, Warriors up 7-0 early. Defensively, the Warriors, they were ferocious, looking like the Seahawks last night, swarming the ball. Nowhere for Michael McCoy to go. Next play, it didn't work the first time. It's not going to work the second time. Pirates 3 and out on their first possession. Next possession for Carpinteria, Jimmy Graves. He's taking over the quarterback spot from Ian Craddock, who graduated. Did a pretty good job there. Big run. That would set up a short run from Aaron Vargas. Carp up 14-0 early. Home crowd was shell-shocked. Quarterback change for San Ynez seemed to help him out with some energy. Bear Riddell finds Austin Vreeland, some space down the sidelines, finally dragged down inside the 10. Next time, next play, it's Vreeland again. He would find the end zone. San Ynez cuts the lead to 7. Coach Ben Halleck of the Warriors telling his team they're going to need to answer, and they did. This time, Graves would find Omar Miranda on the slant, and he is gonzo. 60 yards, 21-7, Carp high. Total momentum changer there. Warriors continued to turn up the heat. It's Graves again. This guy is dangerous in open field. Another huge gain. That would set up the touchdown from Oscar Garcia, his second of the night. Carpinteria up 28-14 in the second. And then it would get worse for the Pirates. The fumble on their next possession, recovered by Richie Gallardo. And then the next play, it would be Gallardo on offense. He would take it to the end zone untouched. Carp led 35-14, and they would hold on for the 35-27 win. They improved to 1-0 on the year. Pirates dropped to 1-1 on the season. San Ynez on the road at Dos Pueblos next week. As for Carp, they've got a lot to look forward to. What a great season, way to start the season. Good effort from the 3 Gs, Graves, Garcia, Gallardo. Warriors looking to keep things going next week. They got Nipomo on the road. I'll send it back to you guys.
Big win for Carpinteria. They're a junior-laden team. A lot of guys making their first varsity appearance. Terrific win. All right, we're going to take our first time out on the night.
All right, but when we come back, the Rooster, a.k.a. Kevin Rooster, joins us with the highlights of Pioneer Valley's contest against San Luis Obispo. We'll be right back after this.